it's getting cold in some parts of the country. I know a lot of y'all got some snow already, all right?
Damn.
And speaking of cold, Woodchurch High School in the UK recently made headlines after they decided to ban students from wearing expensive coats to, quote, poverty-proof the school. A letter was sent home to parents explaining that too many kids have been flaunting their $1,000 coats like Canada Goose and Pyrenex, which made other students feel bad. Now, while many parents supported the decisions, others said that the school is now wealth-shaming the students whose families are well off enough to afford the nicer coats. Christina, how would you react if, you know, a letter got sent home from your daughter's school about this?
Well, my thoughts are basically the school's trying to protect the kids. At the end of the day, I'd rather them be a little bit more overprotective in a way. Because these days, you know, you kind of almost got to go to the school and ask for that. And I find I have a daughter as well, so I'm always worried about different things. Kids say stuff, but at the same time, it's freezing cold outside. So to find a good down coat, that's my daughter right there.
So
a good
cute.
coat that's going to avoid them being sick and getting the flu or the rest of the year. It's kind of like, well, you know, so, I mean, but I'm going to have to go with the school with this. I will say, you know, I'm kind of proud that they're actually saying, like, let's be conscious of all of the kids and their different situations. And if we can try to avoid it, then let's avoid the drama.
Yeah. Less havoc on you as a parent. Yeah. I think that when it comes to the subject, so it brings me back to like when I was a kid, right? Like my family couldn't afford nice things, and I remember my mom would take me to go buy these jumper dresses, and she'd cut the straps and she'd replace them with like little suspenders, so I had like overalls, right? But when I went to school, the kids that had the brand name like Oshkosh Bagosh, they pointed it out real quick, like, why don't you got the real stuff? You know, and like I could see some stitches, and I remember being really embarrassed about it, and I started to realize, oh, why can't I afford that? It does start to get in your head when you see the difference. And I told my mom, and you know, when she brought me home, she's like, you know, we make that together. We do that. That's different, you know. And she's right. So she said, tell them, come look. It's not easy, you know. And I was like, yo, that's kind of real. So the next time the girls pointed it out, I was like, you should come over. My mom made this. She can make others for you, too. So I remember 6 of those girls actually came over, and my mom bought like 5 of the other dresses, and we put the suspenders on, and yo, the next day we rolled in like a clueless clan, man. It was dope, right?
I love that.
But all to say that fashion already today, it happens not just when you're a kid. When you're an adult, you also feel bad if you can't get those Jimmy Choos, or you know you can't aim to go afford the Alexander McQueen dress and you're wearing something by Kohl's or something. But fashion shouldn't be exclusive. It shouldn't segregate. It should include. So however these kids can learn that you're not your label. You're not better than anybody else from your label.
Exactly.
That's important. That's the lesson I want them to learn.
When I was in high school, many moons ago, I had 6 pair of blue jeans and I had 6 tops to wear. And I went to a college prep school, Cass Tech in Detroit.
And it's cold in the D.
It's cold in the D, but those kids had money. Everybody had money except for me. And I remember going home to my mom, and I was like, Mom, you know, because at the time, they were wearing, like, the hoodies, and they had their own cars, and I was, like, walking to school most of the time. And I went to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I want to, you know, look like the other kids. And she said, you know what, right now, we just don't have the money. But if you study hard and you work hard, you'll be able to buy your own things one day. And today, I'm able to buy all the hoodies I want and the nice cars that I want.
That's supreme stuff.